Chriselda, what can you tell us?
Well, Francis, this afternoon the search continues for the 3 miners that are still trapped underground. As you pointed out there, it's not known at this stage for how much longer this search will continue, but certainly residents in this particular area, as well as family members who have now, we understand, gone for counselling, taken by the mine management for counselling since this morning. The concern now is that because this event took place, the seismic event took place yesterday afternoon, as the hours drag on, really the question remains at this point is whether they will be found alive. There is no new development at this stage with regard to how far the rescue operation is in terms of trying to find those 3 miners who were trapped underground. But what we do know is that one has been located at this stage, but there's an assessment that is being done right now to establish how dangerous it is going to be to try and access the particular area where they remain trapped at this stage. Let's chat now to the National Union of Mine Workers Regional Secretary, Deputy Secretary in this particular region here in Carletonville, Sigelele Dlamini. Thank you very much for your time, sir, this afternoon. Of particular concern for you as the NUM was the safety conditions here at Sibanye, given that this is not the first time that this has happened. Last year, we saw a similar incident take place.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate to be given this opportunity to talk about this incident. We are very much shocked as NUM at the region about the fatal accident that has taken place. If I can take you back, last year on the very same month, there was a similar accident here on the very same shaft. On the 21st, which is last month, there was a seismicity event on the very same Sibanye shaft, of which Sibanye shaft now is accumulating about 4 fatal accidents from January up until to date. So as NUM, we are very much worried about the number of fatality accidents that are taking place in this company.
Are you not part of the plans put in place? When we spoke to the spokesperson for Sibanye a bit earlier on, he said that the unions are also part of the measures to try and ensure that the mines themselves remain safe, and the measures that have been put in place to try and detect the seismic activity before it happens and causes this kind of disaster.
I was informed that, as from the region, I was informed that there is a system that the mine is trying to implement to detect the seismicity event before it happens. But unfortunately, that system is not implemented so far.
Right. Just with regard to the condition of those that are in hospital at this stage, do you have any more information about their condition?
So far, I don't have any update as to what is happening. But what I'm told is that one employee is transferred is lifted to Mill Park. So we don't know as to how is his conditions so far now.
And the family members of those who've lost their loved ones, you just informed me before we went to air that it seems that they have been taken for counselling at this time as they grieve for their loved ones.
On the briefing that we got from management, we were informed that there is a counselling that has been arranged for the family members to be counselled on this situation. So now they are still under counselling.
There's a statement that was released by the Mineral Resources Minister, Gwede Mantashe, just a couple of hours ago, also expressing concern about the number of fatalities in the gold sector, saying that Sibanye contributes a large number to that. As the NUM, have you raised these concerns with management? What have they said in response to that? From what you have also told me is that the information suggests that there have been quite a number of incidents here already at the same shaft this year.
We are busy engaging management with regards to the fatal accidents that are taking place in their working place. We are telling them that this mine it looks like it's not safe for its employees to work. Then they must have a system to make sure that its workers are going to work safely and come back and go home safely. So because that is what we are driving. If I can take you back maybe sometimes at Kloof in particular, there was a similar accident that took life of 2 fatal fatal accident at the very same Sibanye. So this is a growing trend on Sibanye, and as NUM, we are very much worried about the safety of this company.
All operations have now come to a standstill, we understand. And in your continuous engagements, if nothing happens, what are you planning to do as a union to ensure that the necessary precautions are put in place? Because clearly, if I've looked around this area, you would find that there are communities who will rely on this mine operating here for their livelihood.
What will determine is the in-local inspection, because there must be in-local inspection that must be taken place, that is going to be organized by DMR. Then is going to determine the seriousness of the criticalness of the working places, as to is that working place in particular safe for the workers to go and work it there. Then on the other working places, then it will depend from the department of DMR to say, do they uplift the Section 54s for operational to continue.
All right. Thank you very much for your time there, Chriselda Lewis, who is with the National Union of Mine Workers in this area. He's in charge of health and safety, saying that they're very concerned about the number of fatalities that have taken place here at this particular mine, and points specifically to this particular shaft now, where this rescue mission continues for these 3 miners who remain trapped underground. No details yet, Francis, about how long this is going to happen. But we're expecting to be here well into the afternoon. We'll try and give you an update a bit much later on, when the mine says it will update the media later on this afternoon on if there are any other further developments. But certainly during this time, very worried community members about whether those 3 will be brought to the surface alive.
All right, thank you very much, Chriselda Lewis, reporting live from the scene where rescue workers are still looking for those trapped miners, unable, unfortunately, to know if they are alive or dead at this stage.